Now let me show you an idea, a radical idea, but an idea nonetheless. This is KolibriOS. It's a tiny OS, and my idea is, look at this. We're about to start. Boom. In about a second. You start a whole OS in about a single second. And yes, it has an IP stack. It works really snappy because the whole thing is written in assembly. Now my idea is to stop developing all this web crap, all these browser based nonsense, but even desktop tools. The biggest challenge with desktop tools is that to make them cross-platform, you either are stuck using GTK, Qt, or eGUI. For a lot of people, that is a bit too complex. So that's why they resort to fucking web crap. But here, this stuff is written in assembly. We don't necessarily need to go to assembly, but if you make a virtual OS in every OS that is something like this and write in a very low level language. Look how quick this starts. And this even runs over VNC, right? Because this is a virtual OS. Everything here is written in assembly. So it's lean, it's lightweight, and it's fast. And even writing in assembly is pretty easy here. Let's take an example. This is a program that writes a model window with text in there. So you set up a header. So this header is enough for the OS to know how much memory it needs to reserve, etc. Very simple, very low level. That's all you need really for application runtime. You include your macro, you call a draw window, you have an event loop that waits for an event and calls also draw window after the event, because then you need to update. And this draws the whole window with the text in there. So you have a function 12, a parameter 1, and you do mcall, that's a macro. So basically system call 12, function 1, boop. You set the arguments for the size of the window, the location, the background color, call it, boop, and it's done. It's that simple. And look how quick this builds. Build. And this whole runtime can run on a single floppy, 1.4 megabytes. I, however, downloaded here the whole ISO, a whopping 99 megabytes, with all the development tools in there. Well, this is the development tool with the assembler. But look at that. Boop. This is it. This is what I expect, because then you have consistent UIs that we see here. Look at that. Norton Commander. It starts instantly. It's a shell. Yeah, sure. Why not? We have an IP stack. This just works. And it's really tiny. We have here the system panel. You can configure everything. We have select drivers for networking and video. If you do a virtual OS, you don't really need a lot, because you just speak to the actual host OS. This is what I want. This is what I like to see for the next 25 years. We want interaction, consistent UIs, fast, and stop with this whole web nonsense. And look at how much memory it actually uses. 59 megabytes. 59 megabytes. I ran a lot of applications, and the highest I got was 88 megabytes. And sure, those aren't really Office applications, but even Office applications shouldn't be really big and clunky. We used to run Word 6 on a Windows machine with 4 or 8 megabytes, and Word hasn't been a lot improved compared to that. So yeah, this is what I want. This is what I love. It is beautiful, and I think we can actually do something like this to have that virtualized in a what I call a virtual OS on every application, major operating system, and just build desktop applications on that. So it shows that you can do a lot with 128 megabytes of RAM. It's and 99 megabytes of installation of all this stuff. Look at that. And this, again, this runs over VNC because it's a virtual machine. If you do it on your desktop, it's even snappier. Plasma, boom. Look at that. That's freaking awesome, right? It reminds me a little of Qnix, that also was very small and very snappy. We have a diff tool. It's really cool.